Okay, so OBS decided to stop recording audio again, so I get to make this 3 parts. Let's see if we can count how many times this happens during the semester. Clearly, through no fault of my own. I don't know. I don't know why it's happening. Anyway, so we've got one more example that we need to do. And I've already done it in the notes, so let me just go through in GeoGebra and show you what's up. Okay, so same region as before. So f of x equals x squared, f of x, or g of x equals x. Got that. Isolate the bit that's between 0 and 1. Turn that off. Okay, cool. Bring up the 3D graphics. Now, in this last example, they want us to rotate it around the vertical line, x equals -1. X equals -1. So, as you can see, if you just type in x equals -1 like that, and the 3D graphics is open, it'll represent that as a plane. So, let's just go ahead and hang on. Close this. Delete this. X equals -1. Okay, there we go. Now it's a line. Now let's bring it back up. Okay, there we go. Now it's just a line, which is what I want. Okay, so start our slider. There we go. Surface HN. Okay, so GeoGebra has decided to call this vertical line EQ1. So now we're going to put EQ1 here inside the surface command so that it knows what we are rotating around. There we go. And so we end up getting this shape. Again, pretty similar. Now, do we take vertical or horizontal cross sections? Well, looks like horizontal cross sections are going to be what we need. Also, so since we're taking horizontal cross sections now, we're going to want to rewrite our equations to be y equals a function, or I'm sorry, x equals a function of y. So we're going to have to solve our equation. In this case, though, that's pretty simple. I mean, there's no solving to be done. Whereas for this, all we need to do is, instead of y equals x squared, it becomes x equals square root of y. So let us construct our slices. So the variable of integration is y, so y ranges from 0 all the way up to 1. So 0 to 1. Now let's make some line segments. So let's see. It's got to go from the line over to the parabola. So for the line, it's just s again, it's just the variable. There haven't been any changes because this is just y equals x. For the other one, though, it's going to have to be square root. Right? Because instead of y equals x squared, we solve it to get x equals square root of y instead. So notice that I'm putting s inside the y coordinate because the y coordinate is the index of the slice now. So let us rotate that. And we get our annuli. It's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so what is the inner and what is the outer radius? So I think it's easier to get the inner and outer radii from looking at the two-dimensional view. I mean, the three-dimensional view really isn't strictly necessary if you can picture it in your head. I really think the two-dimensional picture is really all that's needed. Okay, so big R is the distance from the axis of rotation to the parabola. Well, let's see. This is at -1, so that means this distance here is +1. So big R is 1 plus the distance to the parabola. What's the distance to the parabola? Well, it's square root of x. Why is it square root of y? Why is it square root? Well, because we had to solve. So big R is 1 plus square root of y. Little r is 1 plus y. Okay? So it's 1 plus whatever the curve is. It's 1 plus, and then the equation of the curve, which is exactly what we have here. And then I just go ahead and plug in the, plug it into the formula and then do the power rule. So one thing that I do want to point out, though, to be careful with your algebra, because we're taking big R and then squaring it, and then we're taking little r and then squaring it, right? I mean, that's in the formula, big R squared minus little r squared. So when you are squaring these things, make sure that you FOIL, first outer, inner, last. So this guy squared becomes 1 plus 2 root y plus y. This guy squared becomes 1 plus 2y plus y squared. Do not do the following. What's a plus b squared? Oh, that's a squared plus b squared, right? No. I don't have the words to adequately express how much this bugs me, because it's just completely incorrect. The correct answer is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So when you're doing the square here, you have to FOIL it. When you're doing the square here, you have to FOIL it. We are using this formula, which is the correct one. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention, because that is extremely annoying to me. And it will pretty much guarantee that you don't get any problem right. So yeah, please do not make that beginner's mistake. Okay, so that is it for washers. Finally, I have it all recorded. So thank you very much.